Oh, shit, wait. Hello? Hold on there. Let me just get into... There we go. Okay, now you can see me. There it is. Okay, so, hello? Welcome. This is gonna be my first time ever, reading Am I the Asshole stories. Or just exploring Reddit in general, to be honest, because I don't go on Reddit. I've heard of the site, alright? I've heard of it, but I've never even seen, like, what this is, right? So, I'm gonna go ahead and start just looking around, to be honest, just seeing what happens and seeing what is in here. So yeah, I'll go do that. Wait, let me just, I can screen capture here. Hold up 1 second. Let me just, is this it? I think it's this. Yeah, let me see if this window capture. Yeah, there it is. Oh, wait, it's a bit off. Let me just, it's a bit jank. Just gonna cut that part off a little bit. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. Technical difficulties. A little. Just 1 second. Let me just cut off the top a little bit. Let's say. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that should work. Yeah, so here I am on Am I the Asshole? I think I can just move myself a little bit. Oh, no, that's not me. This is me. Okay, let me just move myself down. Nope, that's not me. Hold on 1 second. This is just so janky. There it is. Now I've moved myself. Okay, so gonna be reading. I found one already that's kind of interesting, and I want to see. Let's see. I'm just gonna scroll around and see if something is interesting. And if something is interesting, then I'm gonna go ahead and watch it, you know, just read it along and see what people are saying, if I agree with them, if I don't. You know, there's a lot of opinions. And there's even, okay, there's even filters. I did not know that. Okay. You can tell I'm very new to this whole website. All right. First off, this is one of them that I found very interesting. Am I the asshole because I told my parents to choose between living in my garage or a nursing home? Okay. Um, Killer title right there. Oh, and there's even a new comment already. Okay. Okay. So, I don't drive and live in my forever house with my dogs. The kids are grown up and I'm a widow. Converted my garage into a legal guest house with everything a person needs for when the kids visit. Independent washroom, kitchen, everything. My parents have recently asked me if they can move in with me. I agreed and talked with my kids to let them know that if they came for a visit, the garage was taken so they would have to stay in the house. My parents showed up on the day that was appointed and the kids showed up with their families to help get them moved in. And they actually had already arranged a hotel for one family so they would not be crowded. My parents were confused as to why we were moving their stuff into the garage. I told them that was where they were staying. They said that they thought they could move into my house since I have 5 bedrooms. I explained that I actually have 2 bedrooms since one room is my office where I see clients, and one is my private office, and one is my hobby room. The spare bedroom is mostly for my mutts. They said that they lived in the house. They wanted to live in the house, not out in the garage like Fonzie. I said it was take it or leave it situation. If they didn't want the garage, they could move into a nursing home or something. They're upset that they're living rent-free in a private guest house that is fully up to code. Okay. Wow. Starting off very strong here. Jesus Christ. Okay. That's something. Wow. Damn. You know, I did not expect that, to be honest, but, okay, so. Huh. This is a bit Okay, first things off. First things first, right? Okay, first thing to dive into. You don't drive, okay? You don't have a car, but you still have a garage. Okay, so your parents asked you to move in. You have everything you would need. You okay, so technically you did convert your garage into a legal guest house, which I'd say, I think it's fair. Like, that's hard, right? It's a very difficult thing to pin down, but I would say, oh, I wouldn't say the OP's an asshole, to be completely honest with you, because technically the garage is a legal guest house. I think from how they framed it, I think it's like a separate building, right? It's either right next to the house or not even attached to the house. So technically it's like a tiny little home in and of itself, but it's technically like maybe just one. From what I've seen of garages, they would probably only fit like a car, right? So it'd probably only a room, like a one big room. But it's technically also a legal guest house from what this person is saying. So yeah, I would say not the asshole technically, but like thing is, right? I also understand the parents not wanting to, you know, I understand the parents not wanting to live inside of the garage. Is, thought of like living in a garage, like couldn't you just one okay, so like one thing that I took from this, like you technically could like you could move you have one room that is for the hobby room, right? Technically, can't you just move your hobby room into this garage so that they can use the room, right? I know it'd be a logistical nightmare because of course you would be, but I mean, come on, you could technically do that, right? If you did that, move your stuff into the new room and everyone's happy. They get a room, and I don't know, actually I don't know. This is just one of them because I don't know if like what you would, I guess, I don't know. Anyways, welcome to Am I the Asshole? Please review our voting guide here. And remember to use only one judgment in your comment. OPs offer the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I let my parents move into my garage. Oh, they want to live in my house. I might be the asshole. I might be the asshole for saying it was a take it or leave it proposition. Technically, yes. You did not need to have that. Like, you could have talked things out, maybe. Like, you could just move. Depend. Again, I don't know your house. I don't know your location, so the garage might be a bit away from the house, like detached. But if it's like right beside it, I see no problem with like moving, like maybe moving your hobby room there, right? I don't know though. Anyways, help keep this sub engaging. Do not downvote a-holes. Do upvote interesting posts. I see. So here you're not supposed to downvote the a-holes. You're supposed to upvote, I guess, if it's interesting, right? Oh, what is this? Oh, here are the rules. Peaceable voting rules. Accept your judgment. Never delete an active conversation. No violence. How to post. Interpersonal conflicts. No shit posts. Do not ask for advice. Oh. I mean, technically, yeah, they're just asking, like, are they the a-hole? Like, not really advice. Updates and meta posts are restricted. What does that mean? What does that mean? Posts dedicated to discussing should be directed to the monthly open forum. It's very restricted. Yes. Okay, this is more. I get this because it's more of wait. Oh, okay. The following posts are forever banned. This is not a debate sub. Again, no revenge stories, no middle conflicts. Okay. Wait, I get this is. We do not allow posts where the central conflict is about platonic or familial partings. Yeah, because technically it is for relationship advice. Following posts are forever banned. Am I the a-hole for breaking up with ghosting, cutting contact, or not? for dating, doing something, being attracted, any reproductive autonomy, decision, any plus relating to cheating. Okay, right. Wow, your parents are wait. Wow, your parents are spoiled. A rent-free, up-to-code apartment sounds pretty sweet. If it isn't good enough for them, then they can make other arrangements. But if you let them into your main house, it will become their house. You won't be able to get away from them. Not yet. Okay. I also understand where that's coming from. You would lose autonomy technically, I guess, because it would be more like, yeah, I guess they would. Yes, technically, like if you let them into your main house, it would be like they would technically like it. There is a possibility, a very real possibility, they would overtake it, and you wouldn't see that. I see clients in my house. It's a professional thing. I can't have my mom and dad interacting with them. Yeah. Okay. From the looks of it, yeah, I think that's. To be honest, having them live with you might not be a good idea. Like, because technically your house is also your workspace, so you wouldn't want them interacting with their clients and making them feel like, oh, this place is not professional. You would maybe want them not on your property or not in your house directly, I guess. Yeah, I agree with that, I guess. Hmm. Wow, this is a long. Okay, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, interesting. Hmm. Okay, interesting. 1 second though. I kind of want to look up other stuff, like not am I the a-hole, but also stuff like what's it called again? I want to see. I want to see other stuff like what's it called again? Relationship advice. That's also a big one that I wanted to see. Relationship advice, and also what is the other one called? I forgot. Uh, let's see. Hold on. Copy. Or should I duplicate? Yeah, I'll dupe that. Have this as. Can I rename this? Hold on. Just do a little organizing. Okay. I did do something here, so I'm gonna transformation editing. Just gonna yeah, there we go. Up, you can see that. Yes, this is my um. Well, let's just yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna look up. What else? What was the other one? Am I the a-hole? Relationship advice and ask Reddit, I guess. Sure. Let's look that one up. I want to see interesting stuff, right? But oh my god, the NSFWs are kind of interesting to be honest, and I'm interested to see it. All right, let's see. Hmm. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, this one's. Oh, oh God. This one's interesting. All right, let's go ahead and read this one. All right, so this is the title. Wait, can you even see this? Uh, oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Wait, what's this? Oh, that's my YouTube. T. Sorry. I'm very new to this. Alright, let's read this one. This one's interesting. Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole? My parents announced they're getting a divorce. I went MIA for a week. Okay. Wow. Let's dive into this one, shall we? My 16 male parents, 52 and 53, male and female respectively, just announced they were getting a divorce. A bit of backstory. For the past 3 months or so, my dad has been sleeping in the guest room. However, my parents chalked it up to my dad being really loud when he snores. Now, earlier today, my parents had a talk with me and my siblings, 11 and 13, 11 male and 13 female. They announced they're getting a divorce. However, will not tell any of us why. After they told us that me and my siblings had a talk, I asked them if it would be okay for me to stay at a friend's for a few days to calm down. They both agreed, and I started packing and called my friend, who agreed. When I told my parents about it, they yelled at me. Wait, what? Oh. When I told my parents about it, they yelled at me and called me an a-hole who didn't give a crap about my family. I left anyway, and now my parents are furious with me and took all money out of my lunch account. They say I'm being unreasonable and need to come home. If you have any thoughts, please share. I do not care if they call me an a-hole. I just need an outside opinion. Ah. Okay. Oh, wait. I think I need to do this. Let's see. I need to push these down. Let's see. Okay, let's put this here. This. There we go. There. Now I'm over this. Okay, so lot to unpack here. Actually, I don't know. Yeah. So you had a talk with your siblings. I get it, I guess. Okay, I honestly, I don't think you're an a-hole. You need space, but like, uh, you need space, you need opinions, right? You want to get away for a bit. I understand that, but your parents are a bit much. They yelled at you for not giving a crap about their family. I'd counter with like, why won't you tell them why? You're the one who doesn't care about the family, and you're the ones who are getting the divorce. Like, I can see why you would call him someone who doesn't care. Like, but he's not being unreasonable. Like, imagine having your family just suddenly not there, right? It's a big thing, splitting. You do technically, you need to come home and confront them and stuff. Yes, I understand that. I don't know. Let's look at this bit. I'm sorry you're so upset. I can't say you're being unreasonable. It just sounds sad and maybe a bit confused by a recent turn of events. Just make sure that your friend's parents are okay with you being over there. That's what might force you to come back home. Not the a-hole. I'm really sorry everything is so haywire for you right now. Yeah, I would wholly agree if OP's parents hadn't drained that lands them squarely in a-hole territory. What does that mean? Like, I don't know. I think he's implying that the parents are the a-holes. I don't know, but yeah, I'd say, you're not the a. I don't say you're the a-hole, to be honest. Your parents are a little bit. To be honest, I kind of see your parents as a bit of an a-hole for that. Kind of a dick move, right? Yeah. To be honest, kind of a dick move. All right. That was interesting. Cool. Yeah, I would say not the a-hole. Uh, I would say you are justified in feeling that. Okay. Let's see other stuff. Well, there's related communities. There's filtered ones. Then there's am I the butt face? Am I the cloaca? Am I the grass hole? Ako ba yung gago? That a lot of different languages for this. Uh, talk ended update. These are interesting. Like I don't want to see the like, update stuff. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna hydrate. Hydration is important because I'm reading a lot, talking a lot. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hmm. These are insane. What? All right. Let's see the original post for this. Jesus, what? Huh? Okay, let's go ahead and see this one. This one's kind of interesting. All right. Am I the a-hole for calling a girl in my class a B word, aka a bitch? I, 15 male, was throwing a ball around my class. I have ADHD and it kept rolling onto a girl's desk. She got annoyed and told me to get the ball away in a tone that I thought was very rude. For background info, I never got along with this girl, and she's kind of the hot Cheeto girl that I find very obnoxious. I've had a history with getting into arguments with her since 8th grade, but anyways, but I don't get what you mean by hot Cheeto girl, but okay, I digress. I lost my temper and said, "You don't have to be such a bitch." And then we got into an argument. Eventually, my teacher got involved because she could hear us arguing. She then starts calling me a racist and a weirdo and start making shit up. Eventually, we were both pulled into the hallway, and even then, we still kept arguing. The teacher was trying to mediate. Eventually, I apologized for calling her a bitch, but she still hasn't apologized at all. The teacher wrote a referral to me, and I don't know what she did with the other girl. I do feel bad for calling her a bitch, and I feel I went overboard, but I feel like I didn't like how she talked to me and the accusations she made later. I don't know what to think. No one else has commented on it, and other classmates just saw it as drama, so is he the asshole? First off, what the fuck does this mean? What? I don't understand. The hot Cheeto girl. What do you mean? Like, from what I can surmise, you're racist. Okay, let's look at the. You're the asshole. You were being annoying with your ball. She got fed up and told you to stop being a stop. You called her names and told you to stop. And when she got fed up and told you to stop, you called her names instead of apologizing or keeping the ball away. You escalated. Yeah, I would agree with that. To be honest, you are the a-hole. I mean, come on. You escalated this for no reason, right? Like, why? Seriously, God. Yeah, like you didn't have to call her a bitch for that, and I don't know why you would say hot Cheeto girl. Is it like something she does with a hot Cheeto? Anyways, this was the first post, and there was an update, so I'm gonna go get into that. Here it is. Update. Okay, so I read all of your posts, and y'all were right. First of all, I had no right to be throwing that ball and pissing other people off, being a dick, and also getting pissy when she told me to stop. Now, me and the girl talked about it since then. I apologized to her again about everything, and we went over some things. I tried to see how she felt when we got into the fight. Trying to see her perspective, we went over it. She said she felt more so confused by just why I got so pissed off when she told me to stop, and she was right. I had no right to be that pissed off. I also apologized for referring to her as the hot Cheeto girl. She said that she didn't care that much about me calling her that, and she really just confused as to why I thought she was that obnoxious. But even then, I still apologized because it was a racial stereotype. She's a black woman. She said it was fine. She describes calling someone a hot Cheeto girl as like calling someone a Karen. She said the reason she did think I was being racist was because she thought it was a microaggression, which, to be honest, makes a lot more sense. I didn't become friends with her or anything, but I did at least try to work things out, and I don't know if I need to do anything else. I talked to her, We talked about everything. I apologized for acting like an ass, and she said it was fine. He realized he did something wrong. And, okay. Wow. I didn't even know there was a racial stereotype about black people or black women with Cheetos. I don't know if that's a thing. Probably shouldn't get into it. I don't think I need to learn that. Anyways, let's go ahead and read something else. Ooh, this one's interesting. Very interesting. Wow. Huh. Wow. Insane. Okay, this one's interesting as well. Am I the a-hole for exposing my friend's private diary to help her? Okay, so I'm a 17-year-old girl. These teens, I swear. And I need some honest opinions about a situation that's gone way off the rails. But I still think I'm in the right here. I have this friend. Let's call her Sarah. Sarah's been acting kind of distant lately, and I couldn't help but feel like something was wrong. She wouldn't talk to me about it, so I decided to do some detective work to figure out what was bothering her. Oh no, that's... Why? One day I went over to her house when she wasn't home. That is... okay, and I found her diary sitting on her desk. I know it's wrong to invade someone's privacy, but I genuinely believed I was doing it to help her. I thought maybe she was going through something serious and she couldn't talk about. So I read her diary, and as it turns out, she was writing about some personal struggles, like feeling lonely and dealing with family issues. I thought I could be a good friend by addressing these issues and helping her feel better. Without telling her that I'd read her diary, I started bringing up some things she'd written about. I offered advice and tried to be there for her, but instead of being grateful, she was furious when she found out that I'd read her diary. She felt violated and betrayed. Now she's not talking to me, and some of our mutual friends are saying that I was completely out of line. But here's the thing, I genuinely believed I was helping her, and I thought that she'd appreciate my efforts once she saw the positive changes in her life. I just want to know if I'm being unreasonable here, because I still don't think I'm the jerk in the situation. So, am I the a-hole? Yes, very much so. What the I don't care if it's... I don't care if you're saying this is for you, like, that you're still doing something not morally right, not ethical, and you're still trying to justify it. Like, come on. You even said it yourself, right? In this, okay. You went over to her house when she's not home. So you broke in? Like, from how you structured that sentence, it seems like you broke in and you found her diary sitting on her desk. Yeah, you know it's wrong to invade someone's privacy. It doesn't matter the motivation. Like, you're trying to help. That's not the way to help. I thought maybe she was going through something serious. And if she doesn't want to talk about it, then she won't talk about it, right? Unless she brings it up herself. That is dumb. Yeah. Like, God, you are an a-hole. You're a gigantic a-hole, to be honest. You're the asshole. You read her diary, which was a terrible invasion of privacy. Yeah, and again, explains why she felt betrayed and stuff. How did you get into her house? What? Yeah, explain. You climbed through the window? What is this? Oh, is this? Let me see. Wait, how do I check the replies? Oh, wait. Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah. Cool. It's not this. House is almost always... Oh, okay. Her house is almost always open from the back door, and we often go into each other's house because of our friendship. That's just like that. Okay, so it's always been like that? That's okay. You're the a-hole. Just because someone's acting distant doesn't give you the right to go in their house and just invade their privacy. That is insane. But there's the update. So, hey everyone, here's an update on the whole situation. Please give me any advice. After my last post, I decided to apologize to Sarah for my actions. I knew I'd crossed the line by reading her diary, and I needed that reality check y'all in the comments gave me. But yeah, I genuinely believed I was helping her. Unfortunately, my apology didn't go as I expected. She wouldn't she wouldn't have it, and she said that she was still deeply hurt and has accused me of emotionally manipulating her by using her private thoughts against her. What's more, her parents got involved, and they were considering pressing charges against me for trespassing and invading her privacy. This has added a whole new layer of stress and complexity to an already messy situation. To make matters worse, some of our mutual friends have distanced themselves from me, and I'm facing a lot of backlash. It's heartbreaking to see our friendship deteriorate in this way, especially when my initial intention was to be a good friend and support her through her struggles. Many of you rightly pointed out that invading someone's privacy is never justified, no matter the intentions. I realize that now, and I deeply regret my actions. So here I am, facing potential legal repercussions and a strained relationship with my friend. Left wondering how I can begin to mend the damage I've caused, and I know I got what I deserved, but I can't live like this. Yeah, to be honest, I feel bad, but I do feel bad for the girl, but you know, yeah, you were technically manipulating her emotionally because you used what you read. Oh, God. Yeah, you were technically also trespassing. You know you're wrong. And this is basically like consequences of your actions. But like, I don't think the parents needed to like go that far. You even apologized from what you said. So to be honest, the parents are kind of blowing it out of proportion a little bit. And again, from what I've seen, you're being kind of reasonable, and you know you did something wrong. So yeah, I don't know. I also agree you got what you deserve, but it's a bit much. Like going to press charges and stuff. But I could see why they would want to do that. So yeah, you're the a-hole. Got a wake up call. Okay, this is just a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna hide it for a little bit, you know. Just hiding it for a little bit, right? I'm gonna go and read up more stuff. Oh no. What is this insane? What is this insanity? What am I reading? My God. Am I the a-hole for yelling at my son's teacher and making her cry? What? That's immediate yes from me, dog. That's an immediate yes from me, dog. Like, actually. God damn. Wow. But anyways. Let's see. Oh, that's not what I meant to click on. Oh, I'm not seeing. Hold on. I'm gonna look for the original post as well, just so I can see the update. Let's see. There it is. Okay. Again, from the context alone, like from the title alone, it seems like that, but we'll see. Verdict was not the a-hole, so let's see if you are not the a-hole. Am I the asshole for yelling at my son's teacher and making her cry? Last Thursday, I, a 36-year-old male, got a call from my son's school telling me I needed to come and collect him because he had passed out during class. My son has passed out a good few times before, so we've made sure he knows that what to do when he starts to feel faint, to make sure he doesn't hurt himself. However, when I arrived at the school, my son was holding an ice pack to his head. When I asked about it, the nurse told me he had hit his head when he fell. I wondered why he hadn't laid down like I told him to do, like I taught him to do. I brushed it off and decided to ask him about it later, as he was still kind of out of it. The next day I asked him about it, and what he told me made my blood boil. Apparently, when my son had first started to feel like he was going to pass out, he tried to tell his teacher. When he stood up to talk to her, he was immediately yelled to go. I yelled at to sit back down. The next time he tried to tell her, she told him that he didn't look sick, so he wasn't allowed to go to the nurse's office. Then his class was doing an activity that required standing for practically the rest of the lesson. Before the activity started, my son yet again told his teacher that he felt like he was going to pass out and asked if he could sit the activity out. The teacher responded by yelling at him, claiming he was just being lazy and was making excuses. My son's friend was getting worried about him, so he told the teachers, who then started yelling at his friend, accusing both of them of trying to get out of the lesson. Not even a minute later, my son passed out, and according to his friend, a couple other classmates She acted very shocked, as if she hasn't been ignoring what he's trying to tell her how he felt for the last 5 minutes. I'm extremely worried about the impact of this will have on my son, as when the fainting first started, he didn't tell any of his teachers, as he was scared that they were going to yell at him. This resulted in quite a few injuries from falling. It has taken a while for him to start telling them when he's feeling faint. And I'm afraid this incident will cause him to stop asking and he will hurt himself. I wanted to go down to the school that day, but my son stayed off and my wife wasn't home from work yet. The following Monday, I arranged an appointment with the principal. After I explained what had happened, he called in my son's teacher, who then tried to deny the fact that he ever told her anything, and he just randomly collapsed. This is where I may be the a-hole, or the asshole. By this point, I was pissed. I began to scream at her, yelling about how my son could have gotten hurt. I was so pissed, I hadn't even noticed that she'd started to cry. By that point, I was asked to leave with the principal. My wife and some of my friends think I'm in the right, but my parents and the other half of my friends think I went too far. I don't know about this one. What do you guys think? Edit. I'm just going to answer some frequently asked questions about the answers weren't included in the original post. We are not in the US, so the A504 plan is not in place. However, we do have something similar. My son is in the middle. Number 2, my son is in the middle of getting a diagnosis. Doctor says most likely is POTS. I don't know what that is. I'll look it up later. My son is 13, and I would say he's a fairly well-behaved kid, only sometimes getting into trouble for stupid shit that 13-year-old boys do. He usually stops after he gets verbal warning. We've never had many major issues in his behavior. Yes, the teacher is aware of his episodes. Okay, you're not the asshole. I like yelling. I would understand. Getting emotional over that, very understandable, right? Sorry, hydration. Break. I would understand getting mad over that. Like, of course I would be mad. And, you're justified. Would I also say you went a little bit too far? Maybe. But again, I would also say it's a bit justified because of how the teacher acted. I don't know. That's just a me thing, though. That's just me. You're not the a-hole. Yeah, for the whole thing, you're not the asshole, okay? And she even tried to deny it. She tried to deny it. All right, that's a bit of a dick move. Okay. All right. The new school year starts tomorrow. This is the update, by the way. The new school year starts tomorrow, and we've just been notified that this teacher will not be returning for the new school year. The email we received claimed that she had decided to move on to new opportunities. However, me and my wife had a talk with some other parents, and unsurprisingly, that is not the case. Apparently, my son was not the first or last student she has done this to. This teacher is notorious for never letting anyone leave her classroom for anything unless she can physically see something wrong with them. I'm sorry. Even then, there's been a few instances when she's told students having things like eczema flares up to wait until the end of class. She even tried to do the same thing to my son when he was having another episode. Luckily, since the last incident, he's learned to ignore her, and him and his friend went down to the nurse's office despite what she said. At the beginning of summer, my wife got a call from one of the mothers. That is a hard thing to say. At the beginning of summer, my wife got a call from one of the other mothers who explained that the teacher had tried to do the same thing to her daughter. As it turns out, she had a friend on the school board, and it was very well liked by all the parents and staff. She arranged a meeting with the teacher, the principal, school board, and the superintendent to discuss this teacher's behavior. Before the meeting, she spent ages compiling evidence against this teacher. She managed to get the medical forms of the students she denied access to the nurse with permissions from the parents, of course. She somehow got all the reports of her behavior towards students. She got statements from students, parents, and other members of staff. She even got a couple of students who had more serious incidents to come into the meeting with their parents and recount what had happened. We couldn't be there since we were going on holiday, or vacation, but both my son and his friend filmed them telling what happened, and we gave it to the mother to play at the meeting. When it finally came time for the meeting, the teacher had not anticipated that the mother would be so prepared, and after an hour in the meeting, the teacher was finally fired after 6 years of mistreating students. If you're wondering how she kept her job for so long, I was too. Turns out she was a Nepo hire. The principal is her uncle. For all those wondering how my son's doing, he's doing a little bit better. Those episodes have not been happening more frequently as of late. Thank you for all the advice and well wished on the original post. Salt does seem to help sometimes. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that was a very well spent time on surfing Am I the A-hole? Very interesting time, very interesting. Right. So, yeah, that was my first time diving into Reddit and just reading a bunch of stories. Again, I have never gone on Reddit. I've never had access to Reddit. I don't know how I got it now. But yeah, I can go on Reddit and I can read stuff, which is, I just wanted to see because I've always seen posts on like Instagram, like people posting pictures. Like people have posted this like separately, like on Instagram. They posted posts and I've kept reading them and I wanted to see, straight from the well. You could say, I want to see it straight from the source. So yeah, this was an eye-opening experience. Not really. It's just interesting. It's just a good way to spend time, I guess. So yeah, with that, I'll be taking my leave. See y'all in the next one. This time I only got around to exploring Am I the A-hole? So who knows? I'm gonna see, relationship advice and also ask Reddit. We might get into the spicy stuff, but also I'm kind of afraid I might not show much and I might just like replace a few words, but you'll get the gist of it. Context clues, people. Context clues. Read between the lines for that one. But yeah, relationship advice maybe. Okay. Yeah. See y'all next time. Bye bye.